morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told how to voice the radio, so today we've got ourselves Stella Miracle. Stella Crown might not be out in English until the tail end of September, but we've got Stella Crown now. No, Stella Miracle. Well, we've got Stella Crown. We've got Stella Miracle, which is basically the same. Stella Crown's got some filler added in, but they're largely the same set. And I am delighted. These boxes came from the Pokemon Center over in Japan, and I have had decent luck from there in the past. So let's cross our fingers that we can get something awesome here, shall we? Yeah. And we are going to go through 2 boxes, and hopefully we are going to have an awful lot of fun. That's a goal, and frankly, if we don't have fun, what are we even doing here? So, usual deal with Japanese boxes, we should be getting 4 EXs, we should be getting 3 illustration rares, we should be getting 1 A-Spec, and we should be getting a secret rare of some description. Illustration rares, I am looking for the Hyaganosuke Ledian. I would love the Hydrapple special illustration rare. I really like the Lacey special illustration rare. That, but as a special illustration rare. So, we'll have to see where we end up when we get to the end of both boxes. My Night Wanderer were fairly underwhelming. Couple of random full arts. Speaking of which, a random full art. Now I will say, the Stellar Terra Pokemon full arts like this Lapras, because of the rainbow border, they do look particularly cool. But that's our secret rare for the box, I'm afraid. And I'll tell you what, in the past, Pokemon Center has been very good to us with boxes. More recently, they do seem to be going for a lot of, hey, here's a random full art as your secret rare. And that is unfortunately what we seem to have got here. But I have had double hit boxes before, so you never know, might be able to get ourselves a double hit box this time. That would be awesome. We got ourselves, Metacham EX. I'm not loving Metacham, if I'll be honest. I think it brings it down to like 50 HP remaining. It's alright, but it's not a card I'm hugely in love with, hugely enamored with. Do remember, of course, we're not opening 1 box here. We are opening 2, which means there is every possibility that, that Lapras is nice. But then maybe from the second box we get the special illustration rare. Has been a little while since we opened one from a Japanese box. Feels like it might be time. There's your Cubone. Oh, Tornadus. Yeah, Tornadus is back. I have good memories of Tornadus. Part of the very integral part of the deck with which I grinded into the World Championships. There is an Okacheke Slowpoke, which I love. And there's your Bouffalont. Bouffalont, very nice card. If you've got 2 of them in play, your basic colourless Pokemon takes 60 less damage from attacks, which is clearly very, very good. There's your Slowking. Slowking, actually, I did an FAQ the other day. Slowking, it lets you basically discard top card of your deck and copy an attack from it. And, hello. And yeah, it is, it's provided a few ruling questions. There is our first illustration rare from the box. It is your Archaladon. Nice. Now, worth noting that what I'm trying to do here, like I'm always trying to do, my goal always in these videos is I want to try and collect the set. I want one of every card, not including secret rares, I'm not rich, but including A-Specs and illustration rares. So my goal here is, from my 2 boxes, I want to get all 8 of the EXs. They're 8 in this set or in a 6? Wait, am I going crazy? Are there 8 or are there 6? I feel like I'm second guessing myself now. We've got Orthworm, Metacham, Dashbun, Hydrapple, and then the 4 Stella. Okay, so there are 8. Now, the chances of getting 8 different ones are obviously quite slim, but it could happen. I want to get 2 different A-Specs, and I want to get 6 different illustration rares. Ooh, there's another EX. We got ourselves the Stellar Terra Cinderace. The regular version thereof, which I have seen doing some winning over in Japan. Lapras, I'm not seeing much winning from Lapras, but I am seeing some winning from Cinderace. Also, as a side note, it is the hottest day of the year in the UK as I record this. It is sweltering in my studio. So if I do look a little bit warm or a little bit uncomfortable, it is because I am a little bit warm and a little bit uncomfortable. But we got Pokemon cards to open. What am I going to do? Not open them? I have got a fan just off camera, but it's not quiet, ladies and gentlemen. It is not quiet. So hey ho. So yeah, that's the goal. Box number 2 is going to be a big one because best case scenario, we get all the EXs, 2 of the 3 A specs, and 6 of the 12 illustration rares. That is our first holo in the pack, in the box. Iron Boulder, and I like Iron Boulder a lot. Very cool card. Yeah, I've opened 2 EXs, a full RTX, and an illustration rare before I got a single holo rare. Bearing in mind that, of course, in Japanese boxes, there is no such thing as a non-holo rare. Every so often, somebody tries arguing with me about it, and I don't know what to do about that. It's just like they don't exist. All the rares are holos. This Comfey makes both players draw 3 cards, and I did a video the other day showing an actual winning deck list with that. It is a ridiculous deck. It is an absurd deck. It shouldn't work. And I think there's a strong argument it might not work, honestly. I think it might be kind of one of those, somebody turned up with a weird deck and had a good run kind of decks. But I love seeing weird stuff do well. It makes me genuinely happy. So even though that Comfey might not actually be legit in the long run, there is a big part of me, all of me in fact, that really wants it to be great. Tortuga's back. Very appropriate given the whole we're going to Hawaii soon. I'm trying to figure out whether I should book an excursion to swim with sea turtles. Oh, there's your regular Archalodon done by Kato. Lovely artwork there. Because I feel like going over Hawaii for Worlds, I kind of need to do some stuff. I don't like traveling just to work. It feels like a waste. If I'm traveling all the way to... And I'm stopping in Japan for 3 days on the way. But if I'm going all the way to Hawaii, I should do some, non-work stuff. I can't just be going as media, for instance. Oh, there's your Dashburn EX. There's 3 of our 4 EXs. So I need to make sure I do some fun stuff. So I'm thinking, Jurassic Park ATV ride in the valley, and I'm thinking going swimming with turtles like Tortuga or, Caracosta, that card actually was. Oh, Glass Trumpet's a very nice card. Attaches 2 energy, 1 to each of 2 bench colorless Pokemon from the discard pile. Phenomenal energy acceleration. Absolutely phenomenal. Big fan. Love it. Okay, let's try and make sure this is, trying to open them a bit quicker by doing them in a batch. But you don't want to accidentally cut the cards you're opening. That would be bad. So yeah, random hikes I'm looking into. Swimming with turtles. Seems like it could be fun. There's Gravity Stone. It increases the retreat cost of both active Pokemon by 1. I've seen it popping up in deck. Actually popped up in that Comfey deck, as it would happen. Oh, there's your Kling Clang. Worth noting that in a lot of Japanese boxes, you'll get like all but 1 of the holos. So if there are any holos I'm missing from box number 1, it would be awesome if they would be kind enough to come out in box number 2. There's your Tornadus again, and Lantern. I actually played Lantern, not that one obviously. I played Lantern at my first ever national championships. Played for Alligator Prime with Lantern Prime. Went 3-4, had a wonderful time. There is your Rhyperior. Who doesn't like a good Rhyperior? It's one of those Pokemon, it always has interesting cards, but it's always got really expensive attack costs on a stage 2 Pokemon. So it just never really sees much play at all, which is kind of sad. Because a lot of the Rhyperior, they actually seem really interesting. And in a lot of ways they are interesting. And in a lot of ways they're never, ever, ever going to see play. Which is a little bit sad, honestly. Love the Akira Tagawa artwork on that Turtonator. I've actually, in advance of going to Japan, Hawaii, well both, I have started replaying I've started playing Ultra Sun. There's your Noctowl, one of the best cards in the set. Maybe the best card in the set. When you evolve into it, you search any 2 trainers. It is bursted. I played Sun and Moon back in the day, as in I played Moon and then I played Sun. And then when they came out, I played Ultra Moon. Oh, there's Ledian. This is illustration rare of that is one I most want. And I never played Ultra Sun. I played 3 of the 4. So I've started playing Ultra Sun now. We are still missing 1 EX and 2 illustration rares and an A-Spec. And there's only actually 5 packs after this one. So we're going to start getting some hits very soon. Like the Mitsuhiro Arita Crabominable. I actually really like Crabominable. If you've got 5 Kofu in your discard, 4 Kofu in your discard pile, single energy 250, big fan of that. Love it. Yeah, that was really cool. Okay, can we open all 5 of these packs at once? Is it dumb knowing there's an EX and an illustration rare and an A-Spec? What if I don't do it right and I accidentally cut the cards? That would be, well, sad, frankly. But we are getting to the end of the first box here, but there's still an illustration rare, an EX, and an A-Spec that we have yet to see. Let's hope they are good ones. Oh, there's an Okacheke Swallow, which I like. Okay, 3 packs left, so one of them's got to have an A-Spec, one's got to have an EX, and one's got to have an illustration rare. We should be getting a decent hit from all of these. Yes, that's my boy. Best illustration rare in the set. This is the one I've been talking about. I adore Hayaganosuke as an artist, and this Ledian makes me happy. Nice. Okay, that's cool. That's a very nice one. Instead of actually cutting the cards, I've just not cut the packs properly. I know I can only cut 4 at a time to open properly. I know this. Why do I keep trying to do more? There's your Phalanx. We've got ourselves Galvantula, which I completely just passed over that initially. With item lock, I actually think it is a lot better than I was giving it credit for. And that means there has to be an A-Spec in this final pack. And there is. You can already see it. It is. Oh, I thought it was Sparkling Crystal, but I didn't say it. Silly wassy. So, now we move on to pack number 2. And the goal here is very simple. We want to get the other 4 EXs. We want to get an A-Spec that is not Sparkling Crystal. And we want to get 3 illustration rares that are not the ones we've got. I adore the Ledian from Hayaganosuke. But I have it now. I don't need another one. What I really need is some different illustration rares. So that is the goal as we go into box number 2. What we're trying to do is get different cards. Trying to complete the set. Worst case scenario, we get the same 4 EXs, the same 3 illustration rares, the same A-Spec. And we just end up feeling a little bit sad at the end of it. That is not what we're looking for. Best case scenario, the other 4 EXs, 3 different illustration rares, a different A-Spec, and I'm just going to say it, would be nice to, hit a good, a good secret rare. I feel like it's been a little bit too long since we hit a really good secret rare from a Japanese, and like I say, I've hit some good ones. I hit Charizard from, Brilliant Stars, although it was Starbirth in Japan, but I did hit the Charizard special illustration rare. Well, it wasn't that bad. It was just an alternate art back then, wasn't it? And I hit the Iono, the full art. So I've hit some good ones. Serena, I hit that. Gloria from V-Star Universe. And a Charizard as well. So let's face it, I have hit some good ones over the years. But it would be nice to hit some here. Right, I've opened up half the box. Let's get rolling. Starting off, great little pull there. That is the Joltik illustration rare. Beautiful card. And it's got the really, really good attack. You search your deck for 2 grass and 2 lightning energy and attach them. And you probably get KO'd immediately. But it doesn't actually really matter. Because you use something like Reset Stamp. That is not what we're looking for. Now I need to go and buy 2 A-Specs from this set, rather than buying one. The good news is I'm going to be in Japan in a week and a half, so I can, just casually wander into shops and buy them, which would be nice. But still, never mind, eh? Right. We've seen most of these cards now. Oh, Zera Aura. We did not hit Zera Aura in our first box, So I'm hoping that means that is the one of the holos that we didn't hit. Although, Knockdown is such a good card. If you're going to miss one holo in a box, you really don't want to miss Knockdown. Knockdown is, as I keep telling you, absolutely brilliantly full-on nuts busted. There we go. Now, we haven't hit any... we've hit one illustration rare. We've hit our ace spec. What do we got here? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is all falling apart. That is our second Daspan, which is not what we wanted. That means we're going to have to buy at least one Pokemon EX at the end of this. In terms of what's good, I know Terrapagos is seeing play, so I'd like to pull one of those. But it's not like Orthworm's going to set me back loads of money or anything like that. Hydrapple's seeing a bit of play. Oh, I don't know how many of you follow me. Also, random full art. Come on. Come on, Pokemon. Stop giving me random full art. That's just mean. I don't know how many of you follow me on Twitter. But when this card was first shown off, I don't know if I can say it in my video, actually. I saw people posting no one wants to open full art Orthworm. And I replied with, I like full art Orthworm. I wouldn't mind opening it. Well, I got my wish. Really nice triangle texture on it, I will say that. But boo! Oh my goodness. There were at least 2 holos we didn't hit from the first box. Because there is our Raging Bolt. So at least we seem to be cleaning up the holos. But I'll be honest with you, so far we've got a second underwhelming secret rare. We've got one EX and it's one we already had. Is that true? Yeah. We've hit the ace pack. Oh my goodness. And Dreadnought as well? We were missing a bunch of holos from the first box. That is 3 holos we pulled that we did not get from box number 1. I was sure it was only like 1, maybe 2 per set that you didn't get from the box. Maybe I was mistaken. But yeah, we need to start hitting some different EXs and illustration rares now. Because we've doubled up on the ace bet. We've doubled up on the first EX. It's making my job complete in this set much more difficult. What do we got here? It is a regular Lapras. So we have now hit 3 of the 4 terrestrial Pokemon. We still need to hit the main dude himself, Terrapagos. Haven't hit Hydrapple yet either. Or, Archaladon. What's the other one we're missing? Oh, maybe that's actually... We're missing Orthworm. Oh, Orthworm. Orthworm, Hydrapple, and Terrapagos. But we can only pull 2 of them. There's another Rhyperior. I'm hoping this means we've hit all of the holos at this point. The fact that we've hit 3 in this box we didn't hit from box number 1, I think means we probably hit them all. But the holos are so cheap. So, we did double up on the ace bet, which sucked. And we've hit 2 secret rares that are pretty underwhelming. Although I do really like the Orthworm, to be fair. And we now, illustration rare-wise, we've hit 1 in this box, and it is a different one. So, we can still salvage this quite nicely. What we're looking for is 2 illustration rares that we haven't already got. And the last, 2 EXs. So we've doubled up on the Dashpan, but that's it. Although having said that, I'm looking at every deck list I can find from Japan right now. And a lot of these EXs, they're seeing a little bit of play. Cinderace, Galvantula, Hydrapple, Terrapagos. But, Orthworm is seeing no play. Dashburn is seeing no play. So they are ones you don't ideally want to be doubling up on. Because the verdict's basically out at this point. We all know they're not good. Right, second half of the box. All the packs are in theory open. Let's get cracking. See what we can find. Hey, my boy Turtonator. Chilling in a cave because Turtonator don't do so well in the rain. Although I do love the regular Akira Igawa artwork of that. Okay, so we've got 5 different illustration rares. See if we can make it 6 for 6. That would be nice. There is an element to me. Every time I pull one of these just random full arts, like Orthworm, for instance, there's a big part of me that just thinks, well, I I could pick them up for a couple hundred yen. Like, I could pick up that Orthworm probably for 200-300 yen when I go to Japan. It's not a particularly expensive card. Did I really need it as the secret rare of my box? Especially after hitting the Lapras? Maybe I'll just go and buy all the full arts just to prove a point. Don't know what that point is. There's Hydrapple! And... right. Okay, that's 3 of the 4 EXs. So it is Orthworm and Terrapagos. They are the only 2 we haven't got. So there's still a chance here. There's 1 EX, one... I think it's just actually literally 1 EX. We've got a bunch of packs left. But I think it's only 1 EX, 1 illustration rare that we're still looking to pull. And the deal is simple. If we get Orthworm or Terrapagos, preferably Terrapagos, and a different illustration rare, then I think we can still call this a success. If, however, we instead go and grab ourselves a double, going to be a little bit sad. Oh, what we got? It is a second Galvantula. So we're going to need a Terrapagos and we're going to need an Orthworm. Not terrible, although Terrapagos is, you know, seeing a bunch of play, bit of success. It is a very viable deck right now. Orthworm, I feel like I'm going to be able to pick up incredibly cheap. Terrapagos, maybe a bit less so. So in theory, all we're missing here is 1 illustration rare. Hey, and I'll tell you what, I was going to say this a second ago. If I'm going to double up, it might as well be the Ledian, because it's beautiful. But I want 1 for my Haganosuke binder, and I want 1 for my, you know, Stella Miracle binder. So I'm not upset at having 2 of those. So, we're just going to flick through the last few, but I'm not expecting anything here. Final verdict, it looked like we got all of the holos. That's a good start. And in terms of EXs, we're missing Terrapagos and Orthworm, but we got 6 out of 8. In terms of A-Specs, we got Sparkling Crystal in both, which is not ideal. In terms of illustration rares, we got 5 out of 12 different, but we doubled up on the best one with which to double up. And in terms of secret rares, yeah, we did not do well. Full Art Lapras and Full Art Orthworm. I'm not sure many people would be delighted about that. Never mind, eh? And this is the last little pack here. There's nothing in it. We can already see that. So, how'd I do? Well, I mean, I've just given you my pretty honest appraisal of how well I did for this particular set. I don't think it's stunning, truth be told. But I did all right. Got some stuff. And like I say, you know, generally speaking, we did end up with 6 of the 8 EXs, which is not terrible. And we did end up with, you know, I don't like that. That makes me sad. Doubling up on the A-Specs. I know there's like a 1 in 3 chance of doubling up on the A-Specs, but it still makes me a little bit sad. We doubled up on 2 EXs, but we ended up with 6 different ones. And we did double up on the illustration rares, but in the best way possible. Okay, there's my boxes. We did it. And now I need to go and turn my fan on because it's really hot in here. So you know the deal. Comment, like, subscribe. Thank you very... oh, look out, that's the next one. That's important. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio. Bye.